because money always come and go. Spend less, buy only what you need.
But trust me, you don't need to say that.
Or keep it simple, less is more. You chase money, money doesn't come. I'm just a good survivor.
Hey guys, welcome to another awesome episode of Billionaire Habits, the Dubai Burj Khalifa edition of the show. And today I have my interior designer here in Dubai. She's done a lot of work with us, and amazing entrepreneur, single mother, building a massive empire. She will tell you other businesses that she's into. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my first Moroccan friend, Tima.
Hi, Dr. Stevens. Thank you for the nice introduction.
Yes, how you doing today?
Very good. Good to see you again in Dubai.
Yes, good to see you again. How did the journey? Have you always known you'll be an entrepreneur?
Yes.
You've always known?
Yes, I've always known.
What age?
16.
Really?
Yes.
But this was back in Morocco?
Yeah, this was back in Morocco.
So what?
16 years old, but I was already selling stuff to my teachers.
Wow, what were you selling?
It was more like, the pots, where you do flower pots.
Okay, yes.
And then there's like a macrame thing that we make.
Okay.
That's basically what I used to do, even as a student.
Wow.
And my first ever job, it was with a company from Ivory Coast.
Okay.
It was with coffee, so we were promoting as I was a student at the same time. It was at that time. And the other thing, I was buying magazines, reading them, reselling them. So it was always something that I started at a young age. And I always looked at myself as also my dad and my mom, how they really did things. So I had something in that. And so we kind of progressed little by little when I was in the US and then in France and here in Dubai.
Wow. The journey of entrepreneurship for you started in Morocco.
And I think this is something that starts within you when you're young. It's how you were raised or how you have your personality. Do you want to be a follower or be a leader or have your own personality? So
but what led to that? What was it? Was it studying your parents, or there was something that triggered that?
I think it was when I was seeing my dad doing his own business as well, like did some construction work after he was in the military. My mom was always doing craft work.
Okay.
So I think it was that initiative of me seeing them doing something else, not depending on what source of income.
Yes.
That really intrigued that to me. Plus, I was going with my dad when he was building our house. So it kind of like gave me that love of architecture and construction work.
So for you, entrepreneurship came from your parent, architecture came from your parent as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
From my dad.
From your dad.
He was in the very business after he retired from military. Well, he did some while he was in the military as well.
But have you ever known that you will be this successful architecture, and particularly the interior part of architecture?
No, I didn't know, honestly, but it was little by little.
Yeah.
As I progressed, as I finished my school, and my first degree was linguistic. So I kind of specialized in linguistic and phonetic.
Okay.
And in Florida, somehow, a lot of languages, only Spanish, English. So I was doing other languages as well. And then I saw myself, should I just be here in Florida? Should I explore the world and other things? So I had to change major.
Wow.
So I changed my major.
Yes.
And I just continued my passion, which I always loved it.
Wow.
Architecture and design.
Yes.
It was something also in me. I never had when I see a place, I always had to change my ways. So that's how I intrigued.
So did you practice in the US, in France before?
Yes, in the US, While I was in school, I worked in hospitality for 10 years.
Wow.
As I was progressing in hospitality, I did my school.
Yes.
Right, I did my new degree. And the degree, when I went to France, I finished my bachelor internship between France and Italy.
Wow. You've seen the world.
Then, yes, I came here to Dubai.
Yeah. Who is your, I know this might be, you might be scared to tell me the truth, but who is your favorite client in Dubai?
No, that would be, I had two, but since, we've had...
Because I know you might want to say it's me, But trust me, you don't need to say that.
Now I will say a very good relationship in terms of also that the relationship from business to friendship and family with
Yes,
you.
yes,
So with Joe,
yes.
I've had some other clients, but each client is different also. There are some clients who stays just client and some clients who like to have that family. And I think that's what I had also with the African members here in Dubai. And I always felt that this family oriented, it's nice to have, not just business. And it's always nice to deliver a good relationship or have a relationship with your clients with trust and integrity.
I think one of the things I share a lot in my book was about the billionaire habit is a lot of wealthy people have good relational skills. They just, their ability to have that interpersonal, they're not always the brightest or the most intelligent, but they understand that interpersonal relationship and how to just connect with people and build, such a relationship that even when people have alternatives, they're just like, I'm just going to stick with this particular.
Yes, exactly. Because, no matter what, I'm here, I will always deliver. And you have that trust of level of trust, either with my work or with my personality, regardless. And that's what I always like to keep with my clients.
But which is your favorite project? Is it the Dubai Creek Golf or
I will say the one that was really interesting.
Rolls-Royce?
Yeah, the one where I had Rolls-Royce involved, because that was really with different levels.
Yeah.
It was with the airport authorities.
I hope we have the clip so that we can show it in this.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Plus, it was in Abu Dhabi, so I had to go every single day, pretty much, to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. What do you love about the project?
It was very interesting.
It was a showroom?
It was actually a showroom / lounge, airport transit.
Nice.
Showcase of a VIP lounge for Rolls-Royce. So there was many aspects. Prayer area as well. There's architecture, which was involved, also Moroccan architecture.
Oh, nice.
Which His Highness Sheikh Zayed loved also. So I had to be a part of it, and I'm proud of it also. So that was interesting.
Nice.
For me as a project.
Okay. So do you have any architectural projects you are yet to do that you would love to do?
Yes. We have now a new company that just came to Dubai. It's a gym. I don't want to say the name because it's not promoted. It's a gym new in Dubai. So this is also an interesting project being.
What's exciting about a gym?
The site is it's basically a new gym.
Yeah.
We have treadmill, other stuff, but the system is different.
But what's exciting for you about the project?
Oh, what it's exciting for it? What I will say, what's challenging for it?
Okay.
It's dealing with the mall management in new area, so we have to go through authorities. We have to do a lot of redrawings, set the facility to fit within the mall. So it's taken a bit of time, but it's going to be a good challenge. And it's quite huge. It's a good size.
I love to see it.
Definitely. It's in a DIP area. I will show you once it's done.
Okay.
And plus it's a nice membership. It's you customize it as you go. It's not those type of gyms where you have to pay a membership for a year and either you go or you don't go. So this is basically as you go and you pay for your package, which is, I think it's good.
Yeah, which is good. I remember somebody sharing with me how sometimes African, Arabian personalities struggle with where to fit.
Where to fit?
Like, am I Arabian or am I African? Have you ever struggled with that? Because you're both as well.
Yeah, both. Well, the other challenge also, I hold an American passport, so you kind of like to even.
So you're American.
No, I try to fit in within the cultures because I cannot deny any of them. You know, my roots and heritage are from Morocco. Of course, I'm grateful to the U.S. culture as well, where I spent a lot of time there, more than Morocco.
Yeah.
And then here, also with this country, also speaks a language that I learned when I was young.
Yes.
My roots will be my roots. That's like a blood. You cannot change it. But you have to plan. If with an American group, yes, I'm American. So I have to fit in with the culture.
And the culture is different. American,
different.
liberal.
Yeah, it's totally different.
the Arabian culture is a bit
No,
conservative.
it's conservative, but yet it's still, I will say, there is a little bit of liberty here as well. So it's not really
Yeah, Dubai,
100%
that's true.
restricted.
Dubai is a bit.
Yeah, so as long as you respect other people's culture, religion, and ethics, I don't think, you'll have to have that issue. And that's why sometimes I try to join as many groups as I can, so to understand where everyone also fit.
Interesting.
But I'm proud of my African heritage, so that's why you see me always promoting Africa here. I don't think the Arabian Peninsula here needs some of the African culture as well. I will say the good heritage that they need to know about.
Yeah. But do you think that Africa at its core has been is well understood by the Arabians?
I don't think so, no. It's still missing a lot.
Well, what do you think is missing?
What's missing, it's the good examples of Africans.
Yes.
Because without the good Africans, without them maybe behaving good or delivering the culture, the good culture, I think we'll be always misinterpreted.
But is there a platform for that to be exhibited?
And there's no platform. It's just represent yourself the best of your ability that you can, and then you're not responsible for every Nigerian, for every African. As long as the people, they should represent themselves first before the country. That's how people will start to know your country, where you're from and stuff, and respect it and value it as well.
Wealth is more than just money. What do you think are the African inherent cultural values that promotes wealth that maybe some other Western cultures need to learn from?
Family oriented, because we're more family oriented. Respect also and ethics. Teach your kids the right values. Be care before money, because money always come and go.
Absolutely.
But then there's an Arabic proverb that says, as a person who's one, you add money, zero behind it. The more you add zeros, the more the value adds. But then if you take off that one, which is you and your ethics and your values, what stays behind you? Bunch of zeros. So there's no value to that.
Wow. Can you speak in Arabic? Let me speak.
I'll have to remember the whole thing, but yeah. قيمة الإنسان الواحد يضاف المال zero إضافة إلى صفر ثاني للجاه. الجاه is like fame or family. So as you add more zeros behind it, it grows in value. It can become 1 million, billion. Well, you remove that one, which is you, then you have just a bunch of zeros.
Powerful.
So you have a bunch of zeros.
Yeah, powerful. I love the hadith. It makes sense. So the core thing is the initial one. That's eligible.
That's it. That's algebra. You say, well, it is the person. It's you. It's you who make the money. It's not the money who makes you. So you can add as many zeros behind you as you can.
Powerful.
But if you represent nothing, no values, no ethic, there's nothing behind you. There's just a bunch of zeros.
So who is Tima?
Me? I'm someone that doesn't give up. I don't give up. Very humble, respectful, you can say. I love cultures, food, languages, and I'm just a good survivor, and I can. That's what I will say.
What do you think is your?
And I'm a learner. I always learn.
What do you think is your biggest legacy? I know your daughter is very important to you.
Yes, of course.
Aside your daughter, what do you think is your biggest legacy?
The biggest legacy, I think, is without my mom and dad, I would not be the person who I am right now. And I have to pass that to my daughter or my other kids if God doesn't happen. If more comes in the way.
Let's assume your daughter is watching this video at your current age, right? What do you think you want to say to her?
Live by example. Live by example. Take things at a time. Don't think too much of the future. Because then you're just going to make yourself go crazy. Nothing is predictable. I just say live the moment, enjoy the life, and just act wisely.
Wow.
Don't act in a rush. That's what I'll say.
If you were to have, let's say, 10 billion dirhams right now, what will you do with it?
10 billion dirhams?
Yes.
One is school.
School?
Schooling, build a school.
Okay.
Okay.
What will be unique with that school?
The unique about it is to have little girls in Africa that are missing schools. There are a lot of kids actually in the mountains that spend miles or walk miles to go to school during the winter, during the heat.
Yeah.
And I think if we can mobilize maybe different schools and educate these children, I think education should be also free.
Yeah.
And I think that would be powerful. That's one of the things that I would definitely. I'm not talking about charity and other stuff because anybody can do it, but you cannot power kids if you don't educate them.
That's true.
And especially educate little girls. I nothing against the boys, but it's usually the women or females that actually pass the education most of the time to the kids more than the men, because men usually are in the field, are working. Nowadays, yes, we also work and go, but I think I'm talking about these areas where you have a lack of education or lack of providing a good source of also security for the future for little girls.
Yeah. Aside that, what else will you do? Because that's 10 billion dirhams. There's a lot.
Yeah, I cannot also spend it all in school.
Yes. So what else?
Water, maybe plant, trees, other stuff that we can live in, because I don't think we have enough sources in nature.
So that means you want to spend most of the money back in Africa?
It doesn't have to be all in Africa, but I will say that's where maybe more needed at this time.
Yeah.
We use the money where it's needed.
What will you do for yourself with the money? I know you want to do charity.
Me, I want to travel.
You want to save the world.
No, not really just save the world, or not to be like too wow.
Yeah.
But this is something that actually even...
I'm a side guy.
I want to travel. I want to go to Mount Everest.
Really?
Yes. I did skydiving.
Oh, nice.
I'm afraid of scuba diving. But
why?
I don't know. I'm not afraid of height, but I'm afraid of deep water.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
I did the deep Dubai. I went there.
But where? Is it in an aquarium or is it in the ocean?
No. The deep Dubai is the deepest
the one
pool.
Pool.
Yeah, in the world.
For
so
me,
I did it.
That's safe. That's a pool.
Can you do that?
Yeah, it's a pool. So I know my surroundings is just that. But do it in an ocean for me is no.
You're waterphobic or what? Aquaphobic?
It could be. It could be. Yeah. Sure. But I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid to go to mountains. One of my biggest dreams to do Mount Everest.
Everest. Where else do you want to visit?
Tibet. I have not been in China. I would love to. Or I will say Asia.
Yes, I've
not particularly just China, but I think maybe Asia. I think that would be a good part of the world to explore.
I like to see the great world of China.
Yeah, because I think they have great culture. It's quite big.
Yes,
as a country is quite big.
Yeah,
and maybe some of the islands. I
want to dig a bit into her fashion sense. So, how did the fashion part of you start?
It started by alteration.
Okay.
I've done all my alterations most of the time by myself.
Wow. So more like you buy something, then you alter it.
Yes, and I alter it.
Wow.
Yeah, and the hats, I think wherever I traveled, I bought a hat or a cap.
Yeah, I know you love hats. It was during the Rolls Royce show. I don't know whether you guys can show it. You know, both of us were on hats.
I think we had, yeah.
Yes, and I love your hat. I love it.
Thank you. Well, I'm coming up with new version of it where I'm using Moroccan heritage in the hats.
Nice.
There's quite some work to be done, but it will be coming soon.
You had your t-shirts as well.
Yeah, t-shirts where I promoted Africa.
Yeah.
And now I did the slogans.
Oh, nice.
Mostly will be Arabic slogans, maybe funny slogans, things that are more like quotes, past and heritage. It's going to be either Moroccan or Arabic. So those are already done, but production not yet in the market. It would be on one side. As soon as it's ready, we will share it.
Yeah. So for you, is it male fashion or female fashion? Which one excites you more?
Male fashion, I would say also, because it's very simple, straightforward. I think for ladies, it takes a lot of work, which I have done some dresses, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of...
So you prefer male fashion?
easier, or keep it simple. Something that can be very simple.
Your definition of fashion is simplicity or complexity? Which
simplicity? Simplicity. Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more, and I still think that I should include some of the architecture elements or even things in the fashion. Yeah,
I think so.
Maybe lighting, maybe other stuff. A little bit, isn't here?
Yeah.
In the study.
What's for you are the habits when it comes to entrepreneurship, wealth creation, that you think your daughter and the next generation should learn?
Spend less, buy only what you need.
Spend less, buy only what you need. I like that.
I mean, when you spend less, it's spend, not just to go crazy just because you want to break the budget. But I think, spend wisely, I will say.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe spend less, but spend wisely and spend what you need. Because sometimes we find ourselves with a lot of stuff that we don't need. What else? Enjoy every moment of your life.
Because you have one life to
enjoy food. I love to enjoy food from different countries, cultures. Enjoy also the cultures, understanding other people's cultures.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you cannot connect. Learn maybe some other languages, because that breaks the barrier.
Yeah, that's
between
true.
you and the next person.
Yeah. Will you think understanding multiple languages a wealthy habit?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And it always helped me. I'm telling you, even when I was in the US, it really sets me apart from either my other colleagues, because I always spoke an extra language. Even if I didn't speak it 100%, but I spoke some of it, so that kind of put me apart.
How many languages do you speak?
Now 4.
So Arabic,
Arabic, French, English, Spanish.
Wow.
And Mandarin, I took it for 2 years. Yes, I do know the pinyin. I took it for 2 years, but I don't practice it, so eventually I'm losing it. But I can just need to read.
The basic. So do you believe that some people are just gifted with language?
Yeah, it is.
And some are not.
It depends also on your entourage. My parents spoke a different...
Arabic?
No, the Moroccan is mixed. But we have another, what we call Amazigh. It's a different language, where people can call it dialect, but it is a language.
Really?
So they spoke different ones in our house. So I grew up in a family where we have different languages, where sometimes I don't understand everything that my mom said to my dad to her. But I do hear different language. So I heard it. So that gave me an ear of listening to other languages.
So in Morocco, there are 2 languages.
No, there's the Moroccan. We do speak French.
Okay.
Up north, you find a lot of people speaking Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In Morocco?
Yeah, in Tangier, Tetuan, you find a lot of them in Spanish.
Wow.
The Moroccan curriculum has French and Spanish. Plus, in our news, we have the four Amazigh dialects from south up north. Yeah, it's Amazigh.
Wow, that's fascinating.
The slang is a slang, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's why I think you'll see a lot of either Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian. We have capability of speaking other languages maybe easier, and pronouncing the P, the phonetic that are very hard for other cultures easier.
Wow. How do you attract big multinationals to do business with you?
Portfolio and consistency in meeting them. And of course, these type of clients may not be easy to get an appointment with them.
Yeah.
But somehow I think you will get through if you consistency.
Do you just send your portfolio?
No, because sending a portfolio doesn't really set you apart from people.
Okay.
It's more of talking to these people or going to see them one-to-one. When they see you, they speak to you, definitely you'll get a chance. Better than just sending your portfolio or sending your CV or just calling.
Yeah. So is the network a critical element of that in terms of people you hang around?
Of course, people you meet, the type of portfolio you have built, because also these type of clients, they will need to have a certain level of trust and see who you worked with, because there is a fear of you're new. How can we trust you? How can we work with you? And I think that's what it is. And consistency. For example, we take the restaurants.
Yes.
It took a year.
Yeah.
That I'm been following up with Joe. I didn't give up. why I didn't give up, because I think, okay, it was that certainty of him. He wants to do a project, but maybe because he doesn't know me enough. So it's up to me how to show him who I am, or to show him my capabilities, and consistency to build that level of relationship. And that's how, it was quite a year, and I never gave up. So at the end, yes, of course, there's an ups and downs, but of course,
oh, cool.
That's how. And then you came in because you saw Kiza.
Yes, I mean.
And then when you saw Kiza, you did ask, and of course he recommended me. So that's how it is. I didn't really read any books about money, but I've seen my parents how they behaved with the money.
Wow.
That's my only example.
So your parents are like your financial mentors.
The struggle that I have seen that taught me lessons of how to treat the money wisely. So you chase money, money doesn't come. Build things that you love, maybe money comes.
Yes.
So
nice.
I don't work just for the money. I do my passion, I do my work, but then things come along with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you for coming. It's been a fantastic.
Likewise.
As usual.
Always a pleasure. Yes.
Tima Jabo, architect, passion entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another beautiful episode of Billionaire Habits with Dr. Stephen Akintayo. And this is the Dubai episode or episodes here at Burj Khalifa. We've had a great time with Tima Jaba. I look forward to seeing you next time.